All the advice I'm about to share is taken from a talk by Mel Robbins. In other words, everything I'll explain will be conveyed entirely from her perspective and in her words. Now let's get straight to the point. You are not a procrastinator, you have a habit of procrastinating. There's a big difference, because if it's a habit, I can teach you how to break it using science. I've always thought procrastination was related to the thing I was putting off, as if it had something to do with the task itself. Believe it or not, procrastination has nothing to do with your work. Procrastination is a form of stress relief. Let me explain this in simple terms. Let's say something is going on in your life. Honestly, who doesn't have something going on? Maybe you're arguing with your partner. Maybe family problems or their health issues are deeply upsetting you. Or perhaps you're dealing with financial troubles. Whatever it is, there's something personal in your life that's stressing you out, and you bring that stress to work with you. Like everyone else, when you get to work, you have tasks to complete. You sit down at your desk, but it feels like there's a big ball of stress hanging over your head, weighing you down subconsciously. You think about the calls you need to make. At the same time, you know you're avoiding those tasks. So, you start with the easier calls. But there are still plenty of CIOs or other senior executives you haven't called yet. And in moments like this, your brain starts saying, "Wait a minute, you want me to do these tasks right now? No, not right now because I'm too stressed. Maybe instead we could watch a few minutes of shorts videos." And before you know it, an hour has passed and the tasks you need to complete are still waiting for you. Then, of course, what do? You beat yourself up. The only way to break this habit is to understand the following. You are not a procrastinator, you have a habit of procrastinating. Every habit has three parts. There's a trigger, and when it comes to procrastination, the trigger is always stress. Then there's a pattern you repeat, and with procrastination, that pattern is avoiding a task. And finally, there's a reward, doing something you enjoy and relieving some of the stress. Listen closely. The only way to break a habit is not by tackling the triggers, because we will never completely eliminate stress from our lives, but we can 100% change our habit of avoiding work. The next time you're in a situation where you feel hesitation and the urge to procrastinate, here's what I want you to do. Tell yourself, I must be stressed about something. Acknowledge that stress and then count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 to yourself. The reason for doing this is to interrupt the habit stored in your brain. It's the best way to wake up your prefrontal cortex. After that, I just want you to start working for just 5 minutes. The reason I only ask you to work for 5 minutes is that the problem isn't the work itself, it's your habit of avoidance. I just need you to get started. And here's another amazing thing. Based on research, we know that if we can get you to start, 80% of you will keep going. All right, friends, these are Mel Robbins' recommendations. Personally, I've benefited greatly from these methods. For instance, there are times when I struggle to get started on a boring task. Even though my brain comes up with countless excuses to procrastinate, I find that simply starting the task and spending 5 to 10 minutes on it often leads to completing it entirely. I encourage you to try this method as well, and if you find it helpful, please share your thoughts or your own strategies in the comments. Remember, your feedback often inspires me when creating new videos. Take care, and see you in the next video.